So for a new song I'm working on, I wanted drum sounds inspired by Dirty Mind and Controversy era Prince. I love those two albums. Now, I read that Dirty Mind had live drums recorded in Prince's home studio, while Controversy was a combination of live drums and Prince's first use of the drum machine he'd make famous, the Linn LM1. I saw a video Reverb made about imitating a Linn drum sound with a real live drum kit, and I thought, I should take a crack at that. Now, there's a snare drum mute they recommended called the Big Fat Snare Drum, and I didn't have one, so I decided to make my own. I cut a hole out of an old snare drum head and glued it on top of a thinner bottom snare head. I had to tweak the diameter of the hole a few times to get the sound I wanted. The kit itself was simple, just kick, snare, hat. The snare is a copy of a Black Beauty made by Pork Pie Percussion. The hats are my vintage Zildjian New Beats from the 60s, and the kick is a pearl all fiberglass kit from the 70s, stuffed with blankets. And of course, it's super important to tune it just right for the song. Now, here's where it gets a little weird. I'm taping this contact mic to the snare, and this is a bass drum trigger for electronic sounds, but I'm not going to use it to trigger anything. Instead, I'm going to record the actual audio signal as if it's a contact mic. So here's the full setup. Overheads are a stereo pair of active ribbons from AEA, which sound incredible on pretty much everything. The hi-hat mic is a Shure ribbon mic, and importantly, the null of the figure 8 pattern is aimed at the snare to minimize bleed. Here's the contact mic and the top mic, which is an RE15, plus what I call my magic wallet. I sometimes use a bottom snare mic when I need extra top-end sizzle, but to my surprise, it beefed up the low end too. Of course, there's the trigger, and finally the original AKG D12, greatest kick mic ever, plus an Earthworks condenser to get more defined attack. So how does it sound? Pretty good. The contact mic is mixed low, just giving it kind of a dirty lo-fi edge. And I was really happy with the kick. The trigger sounds totally dumb by itself, but mixed in, it gives it that perfect clicky attack. So check it out. Here's the isolated and mixed drum take. Alright, so let's rewind that back and listen to a little bit of it in the context of the full mix.